Honestly, I think two of the biggest voices in personal finance are both getting it wrong. My husband and I paid off almost $110,000 of debt in only 18 months. And while it worked, it also created a lot of stress in our life. And after hearing advice from people like Dave Ramsey and Ramit Sethi, I realized something. Neither approach really works for real families, trying to balance money in life. And I know this because we actually tried the aggressive approach. But those 18 months of paying off debt while using the Dave Ramsey principles were rough. While Dan and I were on the same page about our desire to pay off debt, I pushed really hard to pay off the debt as fast as possible, and it created tension between us. Looking back, I question whether the end really justified the means, and what memories I could have made had I not been so extreme in my approach. For a long time, Dave Ramsey was the only voice I listened to when it came to money. But recently I started listening to someone with a completely different philosophy, Ramit Sethi. Unlike Dave's scorched earth approach to budgeting, Ramit prefers a budget-free approach. Dave and Ramit are both missing the mark when it comes to budgeting for real families who are trying to make ends meet and set themselves up for their future. When Dan and I paid off our large amount of debt, it was before kids. In fact, we tackled our debt knowing we wanted kids soon. Going scorched earth is stressful and requires a lot of energy to constantly cut back and find ways to make do with what you have in order to cut out all extra spending that isn't absolutely necessary. Today, I would never invite that extra stress of Dave's rice and beans budgeting into my family's lifestyle. We are busy, two working parent household. We're stressed out and exhausted enough as it is. I don't want to miss making memories with my kids while they're young. We still have debt, yet we just got back from a Disney World vacation. Dave would have said no way to Disney if he looked at my budget today, because we have debt. But my girls are 5, 4, and 11 months. I know I would regret not seeing my little girls meeting Belle dressed in their own princess dresses just because we decided to go to college without a trust fund to pay for it. And that's where Ramit comes in. Ramit would say even spending on a luxury vacation at Disney is fine, so long as you incorporate it into your conscious spending plan. I don't agree with this. As a parent, it is my job to make sure that I'm setting up my family for financial success, but more importantly, making sure we are secure financially. Disney can happen, but there are ways to do it affordably when you're still in the process of getting your finances in order. Families need balance between discipline and living life. Just because we went to Disney doesn't mean we need to spend frivolously. We can do it responsibly, and that's where I think both Dave and Ramit missed the mark. Real families don't need extremes, we need balance.